Hello, Year 6. Welcome to your video for Friday, the 25th of September, 25th the 9th, 20, Roman numerals, XXV 25, IX 9, XX20. RLC for today is, can I add and subtract integers? Ooh, there's a scary word for us, integers, but don't worry, it's not that scary at all. Some warm-up questions for you next. A mix of addition and subtraction, and a part-whole diagram like we've done before in class and on some of these questions recently. Pause the video. And how did you get on with those? Okay, let's learn. An integer then. An integer is a whole number, not a fraction, that can be positive, negative, or 0. Therefore, the numbers 10, 0, minus 25, and 5,148 are all integers. Unlike floating point numbers, integers cannot have decimal places. Integers are a commonly used data type in computer programming. Ooh, floating point numbers, they sound fascinating. But they're just numbers with decimals in, and we don't need to worry about those. All we need to know is that an integer is a whole number. It can be positive, negative, or 0. Does not have decimals in. Happy with that? Let's move on. Okay, Tiny. Now, Tiny's like Mistake. He's always making mistakes. He's used the column method to work out 438,321 plus 421. And he's came up with this answer, 859,321. We know he's wrong because of his place value. He's put the 4, 2, and the 1 all in the wrong place. What would you need to do to fix it? Have a think. Of course, the 1 should be in the ones column, the 2 in the tens column, and the 4 in the hundreds column. Gives us a proper answer, correct answer, of 438,742. And remember, put a comma in, 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma, and that's the pattern that's followed. And we know the final answer is there. This is a missing box problem. We see these very often. Something minus 346,221 equals 184,321. And those numbers are repeated there because they're about to move. Let's use a bar model to help us. There's our bar model. Part plus a part equals a whole. Whole minus a part equals a part. Going to use that to help us out. We need to find the whole. Place the part on our bar model. The part next to it, and there we have it. Does it look a bit clearer on what you need to do to find the whole? Hopefully you know now that it's part plus a part equals a whole. So let's add them together. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 3 is 5. 6 plus 4 is 10. So we are going to carry out some exchanging or carrying over. So 6 plus 4 is 10. 0 and carry the 10. Going to actually exchange here, aren't we? Okay, so we're going to exchange 10 of those thousands for one of those 10,000. And now 4 plus 8, well, we know 4 plus 8 is 12, but we also had 1 to add on to it, which gives us 13. And then finally, 3 plus 1 is 4, but there's 1 that we needed to add on, which gives us 5. Final answer, 530,542. That comma really helps out. So it's 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma, and so on. And now for our next question, missing box problems. Look at the calculation and the place value chart which matches it. Okay, 7 plus something equals 8. Now, we can use the inverse for this. If we subtract 7 away from 8, we're left with 1. So our answer there is 1. Check it. 7 plus 1 equals 8. 8 minus 7 equals 1. Next column. 4 plus 8 equals something. But of course, if we add those two together, we get 12. And what you've just seen there is some exchanging. We've exchanged 10 of those tens for one of those hundreds. So we put the 2 down and we carry the 1. We could talk about carrying, but it's exchanging. So 4 plus 8 is 12, 2 down, carry over the 1. Next column, hundreds column. Something plus 6 plus 1 underneath, don't forget, this is where you can get caught out. Something plus 6 plus 1 equals 9. So again, use the inverse. 9 minus 6 is 3, minus 1 is 2. Next column, thousands column. Something plus 3 equals 1. Well, that doesn't sound right. Perhaps instead, something plus 3 equals 11. Let's use the inverse now. 11 minus 3 gives you 8. Last column, 4 plus 1 plus something equals 8. Let's use the inverse. 8 minus 4 is 4, but don't forget to subtract the 1 that was carried over the last time. So 8 minus 4 is 4, minus 1 gives you 3. And there's your answer. If you need to watch that part of the clip again, please rewind. Have a go questions 1 to 4 on your sheet. Look for the sheet titled in your pack, add and subtract integers, and it's got lots of little blue squares on it. I've also put the sheet on our Year 6 web page as well. Next question. Boy says, I'm thinking of a number. I add 500,000 to it, and then subtract 100,000, and I get 3 million. What is my number? Lots of information in that question. Let's break it down. I'm thinking of a number. Question mark. I add 500,000 to it, plus 500,000. Then subtract 100,000 minus 100,000, and I get the whole of 3 million. What is my number? Have a look at the calculation. Think what you need to do next. Well, 500,000 minus 100,000 gives us 400,000. So our 3 million is made up of something plus 400,000. Does that make it any easier to solve? Think about what you might need to do to work it out. Think back to our part-whole models. We now know that something plus 400,000 equals 3 million. So let's use the inverse. If we subtract 400,000 away from 3 million, we should be left with our part, because whole minus the part equals the part. Part plus the part equals the whole. Were you able to do that mentally? The answer was 2,600,000. Another way of saying that is 2.6 million. Perhaps you needed to use a column method, and that's fine. Now have a go at the rest of the questions. The answers are coming up next. You can use these to self-assess. Of course, pause the video now before you do the work. And of course, you can go back and rewind and pause on any of those answers that you need to. Good luck, and if you need any support or any help, give me a message. I'm always here for you. Goodbye.